hoops. We just finished the Final Four. Exciting night. X-Over just blew a 12-point lead.
Yeah.
What, you guys at 12, 13?
Yeah, something like that.
That was, I mean, tell us what happened.
A combination of things.
Yeah.
We didn't. Gosh. we went away from our game plan in the second half, and Fred didn't touch the ball enough. I don't think I did. We just let them crawl back into it, and they took advantage and got us in overtime.
Yeah. There were a lot of uncharacteristic things you guys were doing. Turning the ball over, missing a lot of easy putbacks. You and Fred not getting the ball. There are things that crossover does better than anybody else that you guys didn't do tonight.
Yeah.
When it came down to crunch time, you guys it didn't seem like you guys were the same team. Things we're used to having to see crossover do, killing teams, putting them away. You guys just, like I said, turnovers, missed shots. It was just uncharacteristic of you guys.
So the run's over.
It's over.
Yeah. Championship. No more Brandon Walker on the banners. Well, I mean, credit to the Rubber Duckies. I think they finished strong. Had some really key buckets down low.
Yeah.
Justin with that putback with 1 second left. That might have been the play of the year.
Yeah, give them credit. They were down at halftime. They came back. They fought hard. We got a lot of putbacks. Give credit to them. They're a good team. Down low, they're making shots. So.
I mean, watching that first half.
Never gave up.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, hats off.
You don't mean it.
I mean it. I hate to lose, but
Nah.
Yeah, and in the first game we had Splash Brothers over the Cali Boys, which was another good game. I think Cali Boys last 2 minutes kind of gave it away, kind of slipped away. It was pretty close the entire game, and then they just didn't have the firepower to stay with Splash
Yeah,
Brothers.
Cali Boys played their game. They moved the ball well. They played good defense. They were up at halftime. I think towards the second half, Splash Brothers came up. They had a good 8-point run, and then Cali Boys didn't have enough firepower to catch it back up, and they unfortunately lost. But kudos to them. They play hard. They were in it to the last minute or so, but Splash Brothers' firepower just overpowered them.
Did you catch the game?
I saw the second half of that game. I saw them kind of controlling the game and being patient.
Yes.
Cali Boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think if they had kept with that instead of trying to run with the Splash Brothers toward the end, they may have pulled it off.
Yeah. Because Splash Brothers went on like an 8-0 run, and then I think they got a little frantic, and they tried to run with them a little bit.
Yeah.
They fell behind a little more. They don't have the firepower that Splash Brothers do, so they got kind of out of their sync a little bit, and then they just lost it.
Yeah. Well, hats off to the Cali Boys. That was a great
Yeah,
season.
good season.
Enjoyed watching them play.
Yeah, James,
So,
Josh, the guys fought hard,
Yeah,
man. They fought
it was
hard.
a great season. So, but yeah, we'll move on to championship game Tuesday night. We have both 2 number 1 seeds, first time I think ever since we've been here.
No, Splash Brothers not number one.
Oh yeah, they're not. You're right.
Cali Boys
they're
are number
2,
one.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we got the Splash Brothers and the Rubber Duckies in the championship game. I'll let you start. What do you think?
From the beginning, I picked the Rubber Duckies just because I think they were just a little bit bigger, a little more athletic. This team won without Seth, and I think Seth is the X factor for them because he spreads the floor so well for them. If Seth can play, my choice is still the Rubber Duckies. If he can't, it'll be a lot closer game. But I think I'm gonna stick to my preseason pick of the Rubber Duckies.
Yeah, I think the Rubber Duckies 1 through 5 the most talented team in the league. But Splash Brothers they're just built. They're just perfect. They're like the perfect team. They have the scorers, they have the rebounders, the shooters. Nick just put together the perfect pieces around him.
Yeah, you're right. The Rubber Duckies are a good talent. They're not a great team yet because they still don't mesh together well. But that just speaks volumes to their talent. I mean, Justin just was able to pick it up. They hit a lot of clutch a lot of shots towards the end. They missed a lot of free throws. They almost cost them the game. But I think talent-wise, they should be able to pull it through.
I think the key to that game is going to be the guard play and the people you don't expect. Like we all know, Berto and Justin, you can expect them to get their points, but it's the guys that you don't really see coming. Those are going to change the game. And if the Splash Brothers can disrupt the ball handling up top, I think they'll run away with it.
Yeah, me too.
That's actually my pick, is the Splash Brothers.
Yeah,
I think Brett
I do
definitely
too.
needs to step up at the guard play. If he can just start hitting shots a little more, take it to the hole, he should be able to help the team out a little bit more. But you're right, guard play is going to be big in this.
You guys kind of exposed them tonight too. Their outside shooting. They really don't have anybody else besides Ricky Bobby.
Well, Brett's
be
not
honest.
hitting.
I mean,
without
Brett's
Seth,
not hitting. Yeah.
Without Seth,
Yeah.
their weakness is
Without
outside
Seth,
shooting.
yeah.
Exactly.
Down the stretch though, Brett
hit some
Yes,
outside
Brett
shots.
did,
No,
yeah.
give him credit. Towards the
big
end,
shots.
He hit
started
some
hitting
really
big
big
shots.
shots towards the end. But the
Drove to
first
the hoop a
half,
little bit.
you guys really exposed them, I thought. I mean, I was like, this team just could not shoot. They could not buy a bucket. Like, it was just.
Yeah, you guys
So-
played good defense. They weren't getting their shots in, but I think towards the end they just scrapped it together. And like I said, some uncharacteristic X crossover mistakes.
Yeah,
Thought
and
you
knowing
guys-
Splash Brothers, they're a smart team. They're gonna definitely expose that, I think, too. So I think those guys better become ready to shoot. So I guess
I hope it doesn't get too chippy. I'd like to see a good game.
I like. Oh,
'cause
yeah.
it has the potential to get pretty chippy.
I would agree. We got some good characters on both sides that will.
I have to add a third ref in this game.
That might be good.
Yeah.
Might need 4 or
Who'd you
5.
Who'd you pick?
I'm gonna pick the Splash Brothers. They were my favorite to win it all, and yeah, to me, just watching Rubber Duckies, I'm still nervous when I watch them play. You know, this game,
Yeah.
they stole this game. They
Yeah,
should have
I
lost
agree.
this game. I don't think they should have won this game. I mean, they didn't. X-Over, I think, deserved to win today. They kind of just, I think, yeah, just kind of gave it away towards the end. So, but yeah, I think Splash Brothers will take advantage. You know, Fred's not going to lose 2 in a row. I've never seen Fred 2 lose. It's been a while, so.
Yeah, no, it'll be a good matchup again. Fred's going to give us Justin again. It'll be a good matchup.
I think this is one we want. I mean, as U Hoops fans, these are probably the 2 teams that we wanted to see in the finals, starting in week 1. So we have it now. So it should be fun
I
Tuesday
think
night.
Brandon wanted crossover versus Bulls, though. To be that would have been his dream matchup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was curious. I wanted to see who Fred was going to pick. That would have been interesting. Which
He would've
side
been
he would have.
crossover.
He would have gone crossover.
Think so?
Crossover. Yeah, there's no way he's on top of that team.
I think so too. But Nick told me before the game that he was going to take. But I mean, that's Nick.
Too much
So-
history.
Too much history. That's what I said too. So you think if Fred would have, you guys think you guys would have beaten him with Fred?
Splash Brothers?
Yeah. I mean, of course, I think you would
I think it
say
would.
yeah. It's tough,
It-
but
Yeah, well, I think it would have been a great game. I think we would have taken them, though. Because
yeah.
we just really play well. With the exception of this game, we play well in crunch time, playoffs. So,
Yeah, I would have agreed. If you guys would have played them, I think your defensive shooting would have been able to take over Flash Brothers. I would have.
It was just weird, yeah, watching you guys play last game against the Brad Carroll. It was just like the reverse, though, you know. But you guys were on the other end this time, so it's unfortunate. So, but yeah. Should we just move on to the All-Star game?
Yeah.
All right, All-Star game. That's going to be fun, I think. I mean, I think this season, these are the true All-Stars. What do you guys think? You guys think we're missing anybody? Our system this season?
let me see.
So
There's one person I think we're missing. I
Off of
think-
Scottsdale?
No, Tempe. I think we're missing Marcus Atkins.
yeah.
That guy.
Well, he's the unsung hero. He doesn't. If you don't watch the games, you don't hear about him.
Right.
Because he does all the dirt work like we talked about
Yeah.
last time. He gets those offensive rebounds. He hustles. He takes those charges. He gets those putbacks. So he's definitely that scrapper, team glue guy that every team needs. So
I think if he plays on any other team, he'd be an all-star, But it's just he's on a team that's just so
Saturated
stacked.
with talent,
It's
yeah.
it's tough.
I don't know. Scottsdale is really, I think, a little more talented than the.
All I
Tempe
want to know is how do we get 3 guys from Dog Goes Wolf, a team that finished 0-9. We got 3 all-stars.
We do. Adam Grimes, Brandon, and Clayton.
You're telling me 3 all-stars couldn't win 1 game? That's
I
amazing.
think it's Tempe's year this year in the All-Star game.
It looks nice.
Yeah, you guys have a good squad.
They have a really good
But I
team.
think the X factor is the coach. I think the coach was good. I don't know who it's gonna be.
Javon's
I
not here.
heard he's pretty good, but
The man's not even here to defend us.
I think coaching's gonna be the X factor here. But you guys have more talent. But
Well, all-stars games, you never know who's going to show up, but it's in Tempe, so
true.
I'm going to expect most of those guys to be showing up. Scottsdale, you never know either. But we got 4 teams. I mean, we have 4 players from the Rubber Duckies and 4 players from Splash Brothers, so it might just be a rematch from the championship game.
that is true.
But yeah, I'm going to take Tempe this season. I know you're probably going to take Tempe. But you're going to have to take Scottsdale.
Like I
Not much
said,
of a conversation here.
You're putting a coach against his coach. Scottsdale takes it all the way, man. Tempe's more talented. I agree. Tempe has a lot more talent, I think, from top to bottom.
I think the starting 5 is pretty even. I mean, you got Danny and Tristan in the backcourt, Justin and Seth. And you got
Big
Roberto.
Roberto,
I mean, with Tempe, we got Nick and Gerald, guards, and then you got Fred and Jordan at the forward spots, and then you got Mark starting at center. They're pretty even, I think. What do you think?
No, I agree. The starting five is not too bad. Like I said, I think what 1 through 10.
Yeah, but then when you come to the bench, I would say Tempe,
got more firepower.
Tempe has a little bit more
But you
firepower.
know, like I said, with the Doggos Wolf, they got some talent on their team. They just couldn't play
Yeah,
together.
that's true.
Because think about it, Clayton's one of the best 3-point shooters we have. Adam's a good big man, big man down low. Brandon's actually pretty talented. Just
Yeah.
for that team, they just didn't mesh well all season. So that was my gripe with them.
But then if you're looking at Scottsdale's up the size. It's Adam, you got Adam coming off the bench at 6'10".
Yeah, Roberto, Adam, and then even
When
Brandon.
you're looking at Tempe's bench, it's mostly guards, right? Other than Calvin. So
Yeah, I still say Scottsdale by 12.
just because of coaching.
Coaching
more
adds
coaching?
12 points. That's what I hear, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk about MVP. I kind of just want to ask who you guys voted for and why. We can start with we'll start with Scottsdale.
So we had 3.
Yeah. So we had Danny, Fred, and Justin.
So, Fred's always perennial MVP. He's always going to be on there because he's a scorer, he just carries the team. But my choice, it was actually a toss-up between Danny and Justin, because with the Time Lifers, Danny was able to bring that team play to that team. He was able to hit a lot of shots, move the ball around with them. I went back and forth a little bit, but I think I picked Justin just because adding that athleticism to that team, just making that team go,
Yeah.
carrying them to the number 1 seed. I think that just put it over the top for me, so I picked Justin. But it's very close. I would have picked Danny in a heartbeat. If I had another choice, I would pick Danny as well too.
Yeah. I picked Danny. 7-1. Without him, that team would easily beat.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
wasn't
You know what I mean?
their fault because they just didn't have enough size. But other than that, Danny brought they moved the ball well. Russ, Kyle, those guys are a good team,
Yeah.
and I think Danny helped solidify.
But the
that team.
impact of Danny just
Yep, I agree.
it was
It helped open the floor to
I
help
had
those
a-
guys make shots.
averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah.
Didn't hurt either. So
Of
Who'd you go
course,
for?
I have to go with my man Fred, but he always plays at a high level.
Yes.
yeah.
And it would be a struggle without him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that being said, I'd probably have to pick Danny as well because that team would be nowhere without that guy's,
I agree.
without his game. What he adds to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's tough to guard.
He's got that
He's
herky
pretty-
jerky. He's pretty
yeah.
quick, and he has that shot. Yeah, I don't begrudge that pick at all. Like I said, Danny's added another element to that team, and he actually helped move it over. So
I think the thing that hurt Fred this year, you guys finished 4-4.
they finish 4-4 every year.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to
That's
judge
true.
Fred on the playoffs, man, because
That's
that's
what we do.
intensity.
We get him right where we want him.
It's a better move.
They
right there.
underestimate us.
Yeah, but Fred makes the game so easy for you guys. Just because everybody has to concentrate on him, it opens the floor for everybody else. And nothing against Fred. He's always gonna be in the conversation. But
Yeah.
to me, I think either Danny or Justin. But I chose Justin.
He's another tough guard too. And Fred. And speaking of Fred, he's long.
Oh,
and if you stick with him all the way through the jump, he's still gonna get the shot off. And he gets that and one. He's
Yeah. And on
Pretty
that last
good
game
player.
against Brad Carroll, he pretty much just willed you guys over. Without
yeah,
Fred,
took
there was
over
no way
in
you
the
guys would have
second
came
half.
back from that.
Yep.
Because that's what MVPs are made of. But let's talk about Tempe. So we have Nick. Nick, who else? Jason Braxton. And who's it? Mark Price. All pretty good candidates as well. Who did you go for?
So it's the same thing. I think with you have perennial Nick. Nick's always gonna be in the conversation because he's a great scorer. He leads his team well. So you always have to bring him into the conversation. Jason to me was the Danny of the Tempe.
Yeah.
That team was
I agree.
0-8, 1-7, whatever they were. But he brought a calmness to the team. He brought a leadership to that team. Jason did. That you can see on the floor. They respect him. They listen to him. So I actually picked Jason just because I saw that team mature a little bit more with him on the court and add another element to the team. And that's a leader. That's MVP to me. So he didn't put up the great numbers that everybody else did.
Yeah.
But that leadership you see on the floor, just that calmness he brings, just teaching that coaching aspect on the floor he brought, it was big for me.
Yeah, I agree. No doubt. I think Nick's the best player in the league. But the best player doesn't always win MVP, just like the NBA. Steve Nash
Look
won
at
MVP.
Brandon doesn't win MVPs, but he's one of the best players we got, right?
Yeah.
No joke, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
appreciate
Shout
that.
out, man.
Thanks.
So no
We don't talk about
disrespect
you
to
much
Nick,
here.
but
We don't
yeah,
talk about much in here, but Brandon's a good player, man.
yeah, but
You can give my money later.
But here you go.
so yeah, I agree. I voted for Jason as well. No disrespect to Nick. But yeah, what he did for Cali boys was
Yeah.
I had to vote for Jason. So
Of course, you think about Nick, Jason. You know, Nick, he helped them play some great defense. You know, but I think Brad Carroll deserves a mention.
yeah,
You know, I mean, the man hit 3 buzzer beaters.
yeah.
I think this season, or was it 2 and then one last
yeah.
season maybe. But he kept that team afloat for a while. I love watching him play. I love playing with that guy. And then no more Thursdays for me either,
I know you can't do Thursday job.
unless you guys can move it to Wednesdays.
You got 80 players. You want one player?
Brandon, I'll do it.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Anybody else?
We trying to make another rule for you,
doesn't
man?
hurt to
Everybody else
try.
ain't
We
gonna
trying to
do
do
it.
another rule? We'd move it to Wednesdays because of one particular player. Brandon
Brandon
Rule
Walker rule.
2.0. Brandon Walker Rule 2.0. Wednesdays.
Scott Stelling's been moved to Wednesdays because of Brandon.